الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا حبيب الله رب العالمين أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد وعليه الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المظلومين ولعنة الدائم على أعدائهم وغاصب حقوقهم ومنكر فضائلهم أجمعين من الآن إلى قيام يوم الدين. أما بعد، قال أمير المؤمنين في وصيته: بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، أوصيك بتقوى الله وإقام الصلاة لوقتها وإيتاء الزكاة عند محلها وأوصيك بمغفرة الذنب وكظم الغيظ وصلة الرحم والحلم عند الجاهل والتفقه في الدين وتثبت في الأمر وتعهد للقرآن وحسن الجوار والأمر بالمعروف والنهي عن المنكر واجتناب الفواحش كلها في كل ما أوصي الله فيه. The last will of Hazrat Amir, as we talked about taqwa, أوصيك بتقوى الله وإقام الصلاة لوقتها وإيتاء الزكاة عند محلها, and then now وأوصيك بمغفرة الذنب. تو را سفارش میکنم به آموزش گناه دیگران، یعنی دیگران را ببخشید. خلاصه forgive others, and also it has the element that means that you should be seeking forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The first three sifarish, or the first three advices, are related to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Seek bi taqwa Allah. Although, as we said, taqwa is like that thread which contains all of the good qualities, all of the good, whether that be ijtimai, social, or whether that be ibadi. It contains that. If my forgiving others is for the sake of show off, then it means it doesn't have taqwa in it. So the first three is directly related to God. Usika bi taqwa Allah wa iqam as-salat li waqtiha wa ita az-zakat. And then the Imam says again usika. He's repeating twice. Usika bi taqwa Allah. And he could have continued. He could have said just the same way, wa iqam as-salat li waqtiha. He could have said wa ita az-zakat wa bi maghfiratu az-zam. But he said again usika. Usika bi taqwa Allah, iqam as-salat, zakat, and then usika again. So this is pointing out to that he's emphasizing something. Obviously, it is Amirul Mu'minin we are talking about. In terms of the fasahat, in terms of the balaghat, it has a meaning. The meaning behind why Imam have once again said usika. The same way as the Quran. Every letter, every word, every simile, every explanation, every repetition of it, emphasis, inna anzalnahu fi laylatul qadr. Laylatul qadr, as we discuss. Quran repeats again, laylatul qadr. There was no need of repeating it, but it repeats, right? Wa ma adraka ma laylatul qadr, laylatul qadr, over and over again. In these few verses, Quran is repeating the word, the combination, laylatul qadr, pointing out to the emphasis. So same here, the Imam is saying, usika first bi taqwa Allah, and then usika bi maghfirat al-dham. Torah سفارش میکنم به آموزش گناه در پرانتز others. Now this aspect is a social aspect. First is ibadi. Now Imam is talking about the social aspect, which is forgiving others, which is kazm al-ghais, means controlling the anger. One should not lose one's temper. One should control the anger no matter what, right? And the one who loses that, as the riwayat tend to point out to, is a alamat or a sign of shaitan. That one who loses the anger. Because when one becomes angry, he doesn't have control over his own senses. What he's speaking, what he's saying, it just slips and goes to a different level. Obviously, when a person becomes angry, he doesn't have that physical control on his body. His heartbeat starts to move faster, the blood pressure rises. We are talking about ruhani here. Obviously, when physically it cannot have that control, anger cannot have that control on the body, as a priority or as a greater priority, it will not have control on on those things which are subtle, those things which are fine, those things which are latif. On this physical thing, it doesn't have control. On latif thing, it will have much of no control. One could say whatever comes to their mouth, and we have seen. Kazim al-Ghais is a social aspect. Wasilatul Raham, once again, it's a social aspect. Wa Hilm Indal Jahil, it is a social aspect once again. So these 4 points pointing out to the way how one should behave with the public, with the people. And then after that is once again Imam points out to personal issues, meaning that وَتَفَقُّ فِي الدِّينِ, increase your knowledge. Tafaqquh means having profound understanding of deen. Once again, that is pointing out to your something that is personal. And وَتَثَبُّتْ فِي أَمْرٍ, out to something personal once again. وَتَحَهُّدْ لِلْقُرْآنِ, having that sort of ahad, allegiance, and having that uns, likeness towards the Quran, once again personal, right? And then social it becomes again. How unique and special this wasiyat is covering all bases. And then it says wa husnul jivar, good to the neighbors, social thing. Amar bil maruf wa nahy anil munkar, once again social. And then wajtinabul fawahish kullaha, which is protecting oneself from the fasha. Now let's look a bit about wa usika bi maghfirat dham. थोड़ा सिफारिश میکنم به آموزش گناه دیگران بین پرانتز اگر بگی. خب now Hazrat Amir says Ya Ali ثلاثة من مكارم الأخلاق. There are 3 things which are considered as makarim akhlaq, as sublime morality. We recite dua makarim al-akhlaq on the night. Brothers and sisters, these duas have miraculous effect. I'm speaking to myself first. When we recited makarim al-akhlaq, I was telling myself that I should really pay attention to these dua. At least once a month we should read makarim al-akhlaq. Cannot read every day. Once a month we should take this book of this dua of makarim al-akhlaq once a week. We are in the habit of reading dua kumail, as Hazrat Agha Mazhar Abbas was saying the other day, that if we don't do dua kumail on Thursday, the Momin center is not considered as a Momin center, as if something have gone wrong. Dua kumail yani Jumerat dua kumail hona is a must, right? So makarim al-akhlaq, few sentences of makarim al-akhlaq, we can cut short dua kumail. Could read other duas that are there. Familiarize ourselves with other duas. Saif Sajjadi are full of duas. At least a person should come in the beginning of the majlis, read the fairest of dua. Dua ki fairest kam se kam पढ़े, वो खुद इल्म है. सैफ सज्जादिया में जो फेरिस्त है उसको पढ़े कम से कम है क्या. साल के तो चौथे इमाम के जश्न का दिन है, हम शायरी वगैरह करते हैं, पढ़ते हैं. इस तरह से मैं अर्ज़ कर रहा था कि जो आयात चौथे इमाम से रिलेटेड है, सजदे के बारे में है, जीनत के बारे में है, उस आयतों को पढ़े ताकि वो जो है रिलेट किए जाए चौथे इमाम से. उस वक्त जो है चौथे इमाम का जश्न है, सिर्फ फेरिस्त से सहीफ़ सज्जादिया पढ़े, आखिर उसमें है क्या. So here the Imam says Ya Ali thalathun min makarim al-akhlaq. There are 3 things which are considered as the makarim, as the sublime morality. If we read the dua of makarim al-akhlaq, as I said, it has a miraculous effect. It affects us, affects our soul. automatically it becomes a coating. Protection comes. A protection. When I am reciting and I'm asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in makarimul akhlaq, oh Allah, give me the akmalul iman, the perfect of iman. Now I face something. Now this iman, this dua, this calls, this connection which I have made with God, it kind of, how shall I say, it executes that chemistry or those elements or those cells which will protect him. It's like an antibiotic. When that virus is there, that pill that you have taken, it kind of dissolve, or it gives away those protecting cells so that you are protected from that virus. So when you are reciting makarimul akhlaq and we are asking akmalul iman, the perfect of iman, when we face something, something that will make us lose our iman, this dua will come and kind of provides a coating to our heart. That's what these duas are there for, and that's what the effect of the duas are. तासीर दुआ ऐसा होता है, इंजुरी तासीर में पड़ेगी दुआ हा अगर मैं बेखुनी में ना रहा. Oh, 3 tu'ti man haramak, giving to the one who have made it difficult for you, who have deprived you. Makarim al-akhlaq is that you provide to someone who have deprived you. Ek zaman tha, there was a time that you were in need. You go to someone, he makes fun of you, or he makes a bahane, ya cheezi, he says something. He rejects you basically, right? Now, the time changes. You got it, but he doesn't. Now he comes to you. And that's how dunya is. Dunya mein aisa hota hai. Allah batata hai is tarah se. Right? And he comes to you. When he comes to you, but you provide him. That's makarimul akhlaq. That's makarimul akhlaq. When somebody, because this is the quality of who? Ilahi in haramtani famandal ladhi yarzuqani. In Munajat Shabaniya we recite. How beautifully Amirul Mu'minin is connecting to God. Ahle Bayt alayhimus salam teaches us how to connect to God. That is the beauty of Ahle Bayt. आदाब हमें सिखाते हैं अहले बैत. हम इतना जो अहले बैत करते हैं, दर हकीकत खुदा से किस तरह से हम गुफ्तगू करनी चाहिए, किस तरह से हमारा अदब होना चाहिए खुदा के सामने, उस तरह से अहले बैत सिखाते हैं. सिर्फ यही नहीं, आप देखते हैं मिसाल के तौर पे उम्रे को जाते हैं, हज को जाते हैं, कोई तवाफ़ में जो है दुआए सहीफ़ सज्जादिया पढ़ा है, कोई बोल रहा है रब्बना आतिना फिद दुनिया हसना फिल आखिरत, खूब इनाम खूब है, ये भी सही है, ये भी दुआ है, पर ये रिपीट करता जा रहा है. मगर कोई जो है अल्लाह से मुनाजात कर रहा है पूरे तवाफ़ में, जो रविश और जो तरीक़ा है अहले बैत अलैहिस्सलाम है. तो इलाही इन हरमतनी फमंदल लदी अर्ज़ुक़नी, अल्लाह तू अगर हराम कर दे तो फिर आखिर कौन हमें रिज़्क़ देने वाला है? तो है कि रिज़्क़ देने वाला. अगर तू रोक दे, अगर तू मुझे डिप्राइव कर दे, so is there anyone, if you deprive me, O Lord, is there anyone who would provide me? Is there anyone who would provide me? This is how one connects to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. On one side, as we said in the very beginning, dua is the medium. I don't know, I had an article on dua. I wonder they distribute it or not. I had mentioned, I put it there, it disappeared for some reason. Try to look into it. Dua is the medium, or dua is the place where man meets God, man as such, and God meets man, God as such. If man meets God in the sense that ilahi man, ilahi, in haramtani faman dhalladhi yarzuqani, meaning that I'm nothing. If you deprive me, where can I go? That's what man is, faqir. And God is the one who is the provider. That is the true form of dua. So here it says, give to the one who have deprived you. That is makarimul akhlaq. So make your akhlaq like the akhlaq of God. This is what it means. That one should behave. The color, and the best color is the color of God. This is what it means. This is the color of God. The color of God is the one, God who provides to the one who says, Ya Allah. And God is the one who provides, who says, no Allah, who rejects God, who on the other hand does blasphemy, even for him Allah is the provider of it. Even for him Allah gives. وَتَسِيلُ مَنْ أَتَاكَ, and connect, wasl, those who cut from you, cut away from you, which is pointing out to Sila Rahim. Wasl, to connect to the one who disconnects with you. You do your sort of duty, your share towards connecting to them. وَتَعْفُوا, this is what we wanted to look at this. وَتَعْفُوا أَمَّنْ ظَلَمَكَ, and forgive the one who have done zulm upon you. Forgive the one, that's what Amirul Mu'minin, Usika, that's what Amirul Mu'minin is saying. I'm advising you, بِمَغْفِرَةَ الذَّنْبِ, forgive others. So makarimul akhlaq is that. A person of good akhlaq is the one who forgives others. Not just the one, for example, who you made a mistake, there was a sort of difference of opinion, but the one who have done dhulm upon you, even to them you forgive. That requires a big heart of a person. Forgiving is one of that quality which is very unique to God. Even after so many sins we have accumulated in our life, but even after that, Allah is Ghafurur. Allah is the one who forgives. It is one of the greatest quality that a person could have in him, forgiveness. That's one of the greatest qualities. And a true forgiveness is at a time where one have that ability to forgive. Not at a time that कोई हैसियत ही नहीं है, कुछ कुदरत ही नहीं है, कुछ पावर ही नहीं है, जुल्म हो रहा है, ठीक है माफ कर दिया भाई. It's like that. No. At a time where you have that courage, that strength, that power, after that you say, forgive. Right? That's true quality. And that is the greatest quality that a person has, forgiveness. That a person forgive. وَعَافُ عَنْهُمْ وَاسْفَحْ إِنَّ اللَّهَ يُحِبُّ الْمُحْسِنِينَ. Forgive. وَعَافُ. The quality of God. As Allah says that if you forgive others in this dunya, Allah will forgive you in the hereafter. If you have that quality, and I think in Khutbah Shabaniya as well, as the Prophet says, forgive others, so that have mercy on others, so that God have mercy upon you on the day of judgment. If we stick to what the teachings of Ahl Bayt are, our life will be so simple, so sweet, so light. We will have no problems with each other, really. Ikhtilafat that we have, it will not be there. If I act upon what my Imam, what my Mawla have said, I'm acting upon that. The person next to me is acting upon that as well. The person next to him is acting upon that. It will be such a harmony. So much peace, so much ease, so much stability, so much security. Most of our problem arises from insecurities. We are insecure of each other. We are insecure of each other. A doctor is insecure of the other doctor, that's why he kind of complains of the other doctor. One Moulana is insecure of the other Moulana, he criticizes the other Moulana so that he should be more knowledgeable, for example, or whatever, he should be accepted by in the eyes of others. All of these ikhtilafat is because of that. Right? It's because of we are insecure of what we have. But a mu'min, but a person who have makarimul akhlaq, he is not insecure. His qalb is salim. His heart is at ease and tranquility. Doesn't care about anything. He's calm. His life and his journey is very swift. He walk on this earth very light, and he leaves this earth in the same fashion. So one of the greatest quality is the one that is of forgiveness. One should really forgive. ثلاث خصال من كن فيه استكمال خصال الإيمان. three qualities. If they have these three qualities, it will make the iman akmalul iman. Imam Sajjad says, Makarimul Akhlaq, oh Allah, provide me the akmalul iman. In akmalul iman, na faqat in bache ke ma faqat lagh zaban bache ke akmalul iman mikham akmalul iman mikham. But kharwe ko naam ke akmalul iman bache ke. Is akmalul iman that I'm asking सिर्फ ये नहीं हो कि हम akmalul iman चाहिए, akmalul iman चाहिए. अकमल ईमान के वो जो हक़ाइक़ है, वो जो काम है जो अकमल ईमान करने वाले हैं, मुझे वो अंजाम देना है. I should carry out those actions which brings about अकमल ईमान. Then it will be अकमल ईमान. Otherwise एक फ़र्द अकमल ईमान है, वो माशाल्लाह तक़वा दाढ़ी देखे, माशाल्लाह क्या दाढ़ी है और ईमान वाले है भाई ये शख्स. और वो ईमान वाले के साथ कोई अभी जो है, somebody showed me a clip, बेचारे टोपी पहन के है, वो मौल साहब मस्जिद से आ रहे हैं, ये भी मिलते हैं, तस्बीह पढ़ के बंदूक जेब में होती है, बोलते हैं मोबाइल फ़ोन, फिर माफ़ी भी चाहते हैं, माफ़ कर दो, फिर पूछते हैं फिर नेक्स्ट मोबाइल कब ख़रीदेंगे, बोलते हैं 2 वीक के बाद. ठीक है हम आ जाएंगे, कोई बात नहीं. ज़ाहिर तौर पे टोपी वगैरह है, तस्बीह भी है, ईमान. It becomes that story. You know, people think iman is when a person, oh, iman is flowing from the face, mashallah, such a beard, mashallah, looking so good, that's iman. Iman is right? What was the story of Suleiman? Very nice story, right? There was a bird in the kingdom of Suleiman, and she wanted to have some water. There were 2 kids playing there near the pound, right? There were 2 kids playing near the water pound, right? And the bird wanted to drink. The bird said, if I go now, these kids will throw stone at me and will hurt me. So I better wait. I rather wait till the kids, they are playing with water and they leave. Finally, these 2 kids, they left. Now the bird was moving forward. There was an old man with beard, Iman wala. Iman was coming. The bird said, well, this man is old, mashallah, he has beard, looks mu'min and Iman. Doesn't matter. The birds also move forward. The old man comes. The old man picks a stone and throws at the bird. Uski aankh, the bird got hurt. She became blind. Now she went to Suleiman. Suleiman Baba, what happened? This man, he came, I went for what? There were kids playing, I didn't go. But this man, when he came, this is what he did. So Hazrat Suleiman said, call him. The old man was summoned. He was called and he says, you blinded the eye of this bird, I will blind your eye. Bird says, no. Don't blind the eye, shave his beard. Because man fari rishesh kordam dige. Because I was fooled by his beard. So Iman is not that. Iman is something. That's why Imam Sajjad says, respect 3 things. Or remember 3 things. Remember three things with 3 things. And that is, dua, the istijaba. 3 things are in 3 things. 3 things are in 3. Istijabat, the acceptance of dua is in dua. Don't say, choti dua, badi dua, khas dua, special dua, mujarrab dua. Dua is dua and the istijabat of dua is in dua. We don't know. It could be just one astaghfirullah wa atubu ilayh, that is enough for us. One astaghfar. 2 rakat namaz, 2 rakat of prayer, qurbatan ilallah is enough. Allah will hisab with the amal which was accepted, with the ahsanul amal. That's how merciful Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is. Not that I do Jafar Tayyar times 4. So that, no. The ijabat of dua is in dua. The wrath, the azab of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is in sin itself. Ye to chota guna hai, ye bada guna hai, guna saghir hai. The small sin, it's okay. It's a big sin. Oh, I'm not doing big sin, but I'm just doing the small sin. Raja Wali Khayyat, famous tailor, Arif, right? He was a tailor, but he was Arif. Tailor, what type of tailor? In his lessons, Mujtahideen used to come and listen. Dars akhlaq. Because of Tazkiyah, he has reached that maqam. Rajab Ali was moving, and then he had a thought which was not a positive thought. It was a negative thought. It was a thought of a makruh. Just a thought of a makruh. I don't exactly remember what that thought was, but it was a thought of a makruh. Let's take it for that, for now. And then it has that thought, and he says, astaghfirullah. Makruh. He says, I shouldn't be. And then he was moving, and there was a chain of camels. They were passing by. And as he was also moving, one of the camel tried to kick Rajab Ali. And Rajab Ali quickly controlled himself, kind of protected himself. Otherwise, he would have been, in trouble. And then finally, Rajab Ali goes in the masjid, and because the hukama, Hakim, those are the Orafa, they think, why this happened? Why? What's the reason? This camel kicked me. As Amir says, that even, learn hikmat from the dog that crosses in front of you. Everything happens for a reason. There's no such thing as chance. Everything has a reason. One must have that insight of things. The color I am wearing today, why? There's a reason for that. Some of the reasons are conscious, some of them are unconscious, we are unaware of it. But we behave in that fashion. This is the ilm psychology, injury as they get. Ravan Shenasi is like that. Why people behave, why people speak in such a way. The action, so on and so forth. Anyways. So here Rajab Ali is why this camel was about to kick in. And as he was thinking, he had a mukashefe. And he heard the voice. He said, Rajab Ali, be careful, huh? You had that makruh thought and you did astaghfar. And he said, but the camel was about to kick me. But did the camel kick? As you did astaghfar, and the camel also did not kick. If you wouldn't have done astaghfar, we would have asked that camel to kick you. Your back would be broken, for example, baine parantes mandaramigami. I'm saying that, right? So, those who are the people of the path, those who are, their tawajjuh is their nafs, islah nafs, akmalul iman. Because this is what we will take. This is what we will take. This will come in the form of a reality when a person is about to leave this dunya. Our iman is that Amirul Mu'mineen, Ahl Bayt alayhimus salam will attend to us when we are breathing the last breath. That's our iman. And we want akmalul iman. If our iman is that when we are about to die, then we will see Amirul Mu'mineen. Because Amirul Mu'mineen will come regardless. Every soul that leaves this dunya, Amirul Mu'mineen is present there. Some people recognize Amirul Mu'mineen, some people doesn't recognize Amirul Mu'mineen. Some people want to run towards Amirul Mu'mineen, want to leave this dunya. Some people who are enemies of Amirul Mu'mineen will cry and will not want to go towards Amirul Mu'mineen. So if that iman is there, if one have that iman on Ahl Bayt alayhimus salam, that they will attend, that they will come, one will be calling. That's how we see the marhumin who are about to die. They say, oh, they are here now. They sit up. Aslan نمیتونه بلند شه خوابیده یه دفعه میبینی که نشسته برای چی؟ با احترام نمیبینی اینا آمدن. You have heard that. Can't you see these people are here? The person cannot get up. He's on the bed, but he's sitting now with respect and asking others, can't you see these people are here? Have some respect, have some adab. Right? They see Ahl Bayt. That's iman. Iman mekhad. That requires iman. That's what we ask, Makarimul Akhlaq, the dua on the night of Qadr, we ask for that. He says 3 qualities that will make the iman perfect. Man sabara ala dhulm. A person who does sabr, patient upon the calamity that befalls upon them. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Zulm pe sabr karna bhi to nahi chahiye, awaaz uthani chahiye. This zulm is that calamity which he has no control of. He does sabr. There are different types of sabr. Sabr on ma'asiyah, sabr on, on bala, sabr on isyan, on sins. There are the different types of sabr, right? So that type of sabr, that's something is patient, whatever happens. What type of sabr? In dua of Rajab we say, Allahumma inni as'aluka sabra shakirina lak. Allah, provide me a sabr, a type of sabr that is of those who are shakirin. Munajat Shakirin of Imam Sajjad. Who are Munajat? I mean, it's all related. Everything is there. We just have to, references are there. Hudal lil muttaqeen. Okay, the Quran says muttaqeen. Who is muttaqeen? Let's go Amirul Mu'mineen. Who is the muttaqeen? Amirul Mu'mineen. He's not here. Okay, open khutbah muttaqeen. Explanation is there. Who is muttaqeen? Right? So, I mean, alhamdulillah, we have things, we have that legacy, that knowledge, that marifat is here. It's just we have to try a bit. Push us towards in that direction. Open our mind, our hearts when we are reciting these du'as. Try to look for the meaning behind these du'as, right? Allahumma inni sabru shakirin alak. Who are shakirin? Munajat shakirin there. Look at the qualities of shakirin who are there, right? There's a verse of for example, from the Quran in the talks about shakirin, who they are. Look at that. Muhsinin, who they are. A person who does sabr upon the calamity. Wa kazm al-ghayth. Kazm al-ghayth. One who controls the anger. Then the iman will be complete. Who does sabr, then the iman will be complete. Who controls the anger, then the iman will be complete. Wa'afu. Ghafara. And the one who forgives. One who forgives. And then mimman yudkhiluhu Allah al-jannah bighayri hisab. This type of person will enter paradise bighayri hisab. Because his iman have reached that kamal. Now we have to look at, why am I not being patient? How can I increase my patience? Yes, dua is there. Fasting, yeah, helps me. It boosts my patience, right? La'allakum tattaqoon, isn't it? The fasting is the prescribed. It boosts my patience. Long line, still waiting, just to have 2 khajur, Hazrat Agha Mazhar, right? I don't know who is in kitchen. Hazrat Agha Hur is there, perhaps, right? Patient, no problem. 2 khajur de den, koi baat nahi. Kha lenge, khush rahenge, dua denge. 2 के बजाय 3 कर दें, कोई बात नहीं. No problem. Sabr, patient. One increases that. Yeah. So we have to look for means and ways to increase these, ruhani qualities in us. Anger. Why? Why am I getting angry? Why am I getting agitated? What's the reason? What's happening? Because I want to reach to a maqsad, to a point. I'm not being able to. I'm not being able to. I have the car here, I have the money here, I have everything here, but I'm not being able to. Is that ego there? Is that nafs there? The child doesn't listen. Child doesn't listen. How can he doesn't listen? I hate him. I shout at him. So I'm regarding myself of some value. मेरी बात नहीं सुनता तू, हाँ? मेरी बात, मैं, right? I'm regarding myself as something. There is मैं here. It is me, Rishifid. It is me, Moulana. You're not listening to me. I'm your father. I'm the provider of bread to you. But if I say that I'm really nothing, I'm nothing, then that anger will be in control. You are talking about spitting on the face of Amirul Mu'mineen, calling bad names to Fatimatul Zahra. But look how the Imams behaved. After all that qudra and power, nothing. Forgive them. They behaved in the best way possible. And look at the ta'asir of it. Every positive quality, every positive attribute, soul, have positive effect. Every negative have negative ta'asir. Anger is negative, it will have negative ta'asir. Love is positive, you have love positive. If a person best way of tarbiyat is silence. And in a nice way. The way Allah said does. A person makes a mistake, control. खामोश हो जाए. बाद में आराम से. बाद में. गलती कर रहा है, कोई बात नहीं. It's okay, let him do it. He will come to the realization of it. आप ये चाह रहे हैं कि वो अपनी गलती सुधारें, अल्लाह से दुआ करें. कोई वक्त तो जब गलती कर रहा है अल्लाह से दुआ करे, अल्लाह आपकी दुआ कबूल करेगा, वो खुद ब खुद सुधर जाएगा. There's no need to go lose control. I think we have reached to the time of prayer. So these are the three. So the Hazrat Amir is saying that usika be maghfirat dam, forgive others. تو را سفارش میکنم به آموزش گناهان بین پرانتز دیگران. Time, okay. So صلوات على محمد وآل محمد. أنا صلوات على محمد وآل محمد. Right. Now, after this quality of forgiving, as we have discussed, that is so important that we should practice this, for a community to be successful, is forgiving each other. It's one of those great qualities that one should have. Then the next line of the wasiyat, Hazrat Amir says, وَكَزْمَ الْغَيْثِ, is that to really control, is to really control that anger. That one should not be angry. One should control that. And we have seen that some of the hadiths were overlapped with the hadiths of forgiveness. See, anger have the quality of fire. It has the shakl or the form of fire, just like how jealousy is when a person becomes angry. Fire is of what? Fire is towards Jannah is cool, Jahannam is hot. So it's a fiery quality. And the more that person have in him, the more he will be attracted towards. And the quality of fire is that it increases, just multiplies. The शोले भड़कने लगते हैं, इजाफा होते चले जाता है. जितना उसमें आप वो क्वालिटी को ज़्यादा करते जाएंगे, the more you become angry, the more it just multiplies. That's why the riwayat you have heard before, a reminder for myself and all of us as well, that when one becomes angry, if he's standing, he should sit. If he's sitting, he should lie down. He should put some water, that cool effect. Make wuzu, for example. Go and make wuzu. Do astaghfar, recite salawat. All of these things in order to really control that anger. And one have to, like as we said, these are the qualities, and we have to really improve this. Some people maybe it is part of his personality as such, but he should practice it. To try to avoid it. He should do astaghfar. He should move away from that thing. When he's in that situation, just step out. Just leave that situation. Go away from that situation. And ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Really, Allah is the one who is the helper. We should ask Allah. The way we ask for everything, for good qualities, we have to really ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Oh Allah, provide us with that. Provide us with the control of anger. That quality, some people have it naturally. Really fascinating and amazing. When you look at these people, buzurgan, elderly people, people of akhlaq, people of mu'addab, this is their second personality. They don't really get upset, agitated, angry. They're just calm. They keep the cool. They keep the calm, right? And that happens with that bordabari, with that iman, with that understanding. The more the person becomes, Now, one thing I would mention here is that there is an anger which is anger of God, which is in line with God, which does not come because of emotionality, but it is rather because if the haqq is paimal, if the truth is hidden, if it is taken away, and this truth is universal, nothing to do with me personal, my car, for example, my ego, my honor, something that's haqq and truth. Now here as well, you have the issue with the understanding of the haqq. Sometimes we take certain thing as haqq mutlaq, बस यही है और कुछ नहीं, इसके अलावा और कुछ नहीं हो सकता. It's like a wahi. What my understanding is that, for example, the partition has to be here, not here. मसलन, मिसाल, वो उस पे झगड़ा. इन हक़ है, हक़ बिल्कुल, अल हक़ माल व हक़ वाली उल माल हक़ की बात हो गई यहाँ पे, right? I mean, okay, to a certain extent you could go up to really make your point across, But after that, just keep it cool, leave it. Don't really have to go to the extent that we raise our voice, that we have animosity with each other. So, Khazm al Ghais, controlling of the anger, is one of the unique sort of quality that one should really have in him. And Hazrat Amir is mentioning at that hour that he's about to leave this dunya. When he's mentioning that, at that hour he's mentioning. So important, especially for our communities, especially for the followers of Ahl Bayt alayhi salam. ज़रा सी बात पे हम जो है ऊपर नीचे हो जाता है, गुस्सा आ जाता है. Oh my God, मातम पे हो, इबादत पे हो, तबरुक पे हो, तबरुक बांटना चाहिए, तबरुक को प्लास्टिक के टिफिन में देना चाहिए, फॉइल में रख के देना चाहिए. I mean, petty things, instead of focusing on something which is more important for all of us. I include myself as well, right? We really have to pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that Allah really give us tawfiq, that we bring the teachings of Ahl Bayt alayhi salam in our life. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammadin wa alayhi tahirin. Rahamallahu man qara al-Fatiha li arwahil mu'minin wal mu'minat, especially the marhumin of the brothers and sisters who are present here, the volunteers who've been working very hard behind the scenes, inshallah, in the kitchen, outside, in the car park, to really make things comfortable for us, the ibadat and all that we have performed. All those who have donated, given those donations, indeed, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for their marhumin, and especially one of my relative member passed away. Her name was Shehzadi, call her, but for her soul, Al-Fatiha ma salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Bismillah ar-Rahman.